Just know I'm down and diligent. I'm down and diligent. Ay, mama always working late. Daddy didn't work today. I got all these bills to pay, and I'm not even thinking straight. Probably twisting up a wood, trying to see what's up today. I've been engineering all my music, feeling all type of way. Drowning in my thoughts, I might get lost up in this tidal wave. Maybe I'm just tired of Seattle, I need brighter day. I get way too high, I lose my mind, I'm thinking all type of shit. Look you in your eyes, I see a star, son, your future lit. Smiling at your mama, all in love, that's my type of chick.
Yo, what's the deal, man? What's happening? Y'all tapped into another episode of the Down and Diligent podcast. That is the D.A.D podcast, one of the dopest podcasts in the nation. You know what I'm talking about? And you already know you got the best dads on the motherfucking panel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And do yourself a favor, like, subscribe, comment, follow us on all social media platforms. Hit that notification bell so you can know when we drop something, because we dropping consistently every week. We on episode like 80 probably. I mean, we keep going,
we getting
bro.
busy.
Right.
We trying, man. We trying.
We getting busy, trying to, you know what I'm saying? We getting better every day.
Sure.
Every day is a new step, new journey, new everything, and we are the examples of all of that. You feel me?
For sure.
So y'all continue to subscribe, man. And like Joey said, man, y'all hit that notification bell because we gonna keep bringing it
Right.
consistently.
Right. And all the subscribers too, man. We want to say we appreciate y'all just for tapping in, checking in. Everybody that watch consistently every week, we appreciate y'all for sure.
Who we got up in here today, Joey?
Man, we got a second time guest. He's second time on here. The last time, pretty good episode, bro. I think that was one of our better ones. You know, that was a pretty good episode, man. He walked us through, you know, his different situations, his lifestyle and all that, you know, and where he came from and different things he had to go through to get to where he is right now. So, and actually, he was an author as well. And you know, I don't read a whole lot, but my goal this year was to read more. But his book was probably like one of the. I read a few books last year, but his is one of the ones that I did read. It was a great read, bro. So, my boy, Dee Stall experience, right? Dee Stall.
And Baby Star, man.
Baby Star, let's Baby Star. Hey.
Baby Star.
First baby guest. in
Yeah.
30 years.
Hey. Tell Soldier Boy about that.
Right. The author of Phase 2, right?
Yes.
Phase
Phase
two.
2, subtitle Dee Stall Experience, man.
For sure, man.
You know?
What's up with you, bro? How you doing? Hey, look, it's crazy right now, though. Before we even get into some whole other shit, Cowboys.
I don't watch football, bro.
Right.
I'm still striking for
Cowboys.
Kaepernick.
Look, got niggas not watching football no more.
Yeah, Cap, man. I'm still taking my knee.
San Francisco, man, y'all put a good one out yesterday. I was so
man.
proud of y'all.
Right, bro. We barely pulled it off, bro. I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was shaky a little bit, but thanks to that quarterback, y'all. You know, it's a young quarterback. Make young mistakes.
Love.
You know what I mean?
He was showing
He was
love.
showing love. Right. Made a play, and our defense made a play. So you know what I mean? We pulled it off, bro. But yeah, man. Dee Stall, glad to have you back, bro.
Kyle Shanahan, don't fuck over the 49ers Super Bowl trying to be pass him up, man. You better
Yeah.
Put that thing in McCaffrey.
get to the hope, the great white hope, the hope.
Man.
Give it to the hope,
Yeah,
man.
he different.
Yeah,
McCaffrey's a different type of player.
And I go win that Super Bowl if you don't give it to him.
Right.
Yeah, a lot
He needs to be getting that ball at least 30 times.
We got to
carries and passes.
I want to ask you, too, before we even get into the whole, the interview, man. What's up with Jacob, man? How he doing, man?
Man, he doing good, man. I told you he broke his arm probably like a month or two ago. So that sidelined him for a minute.
So for the people that don't know, Jacob is
My son. So he's a 15-year-old 10th grader, and he's a student athlete. So you know, and this is supposed to be his year to bulk up and get, you know, faster and all that. So right before practice started or something like that, because he got like 6 a.m. workouts at his school, bro. I gotta be up at like 5 o'clock to drop him off and then go to work. You know what I mean? Right now, bro. So he got 6 a.m. workouts, but so he broke his wrist, but he back straight now. But he doing 6 a.m. workouts, and then after school he running track. So he putting the work in right now. So I told him,
he grind.
he grinding right now. So he got football in the morning, weightlifting, and they do their conditioning, and then after school he running track. So
Hell
doing his thing, man. He doing. I should just put the work in, bro, and everything else gonna fall into place. And
Most
that's all I can
definitely,
tell you.
most definitely, man.
Yeah.
You gonna position yourself right.
For sure.
Put that work in, you gonna position
sure, man.
yourself right. So shout out to Jake, man. But Dee Stall, what's up, man? I see you got Lil Mama up in the building.
Yeah, man, this baby star right here.
Baby Stall.
Baby
I
Stall.
don't know what I want her to be, but I'm there every step of the way. You hear me?
That's what's
Yeah.
up, man.
Every step.
What
of
is
the way.
that?
You ain't
Every
gonna-
step of the way, though. Like, what if she don't? What if she wants to be outside of what you want?
No. I don't know what I want her to be. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to see healthy. I didn't care about her name. I let her mama choose a name. I didn't care about nothing. Just be my healthy baby. And I just wanted her to hear my voice, respect my voice. I mean, that's what I want her to be, respectful.
What's her name?
Dallas.
Dallas.
Hey.
How you doing, young queen?
Say hi.
How you doing, mama?
That's right. Don't be shaking everybody's hand, nigga. You don't know where they be at.
Don't.
That's right, little mama.
I'm a good guy.
No.
Nah.
Hey.
You don't know where them hands have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just let it go.
Yeah.
Just let it go. That's right, man.
She's just
But what's going on, bro? Tell us about how the book, after you dropped the book, the everything that you have been receiving, just in your standpoint, just fatherhood and your nonprofit organization. Because you do have the Dee Stall experience, which we did see. We seen plenty of content on it. We seen great things that you're doing in your community, in the city of Compton and everything. So just talk to us a little bit about that, man.
First, okay, so you said about fatherhood. Well, I had to fight to be in my baby life. I'm gonna fight to the end if I had to, though. So it's just something. Fatherhood is something. I'm putting it to you like this. Um, from my take in life, that's something that nigga it's keeping me here. You know what I'm saying? Because like I think about it. I think about prison a lot. That's kind of like, man, I ain't going back there, so I can't do certain things. But then really, I feel like a coward. Like even if when I think about prison, it's like I can't do certain things to go back. So I live a life try to a safe life. So sometimes you'll reach a point though. You might get to the point of like, oh, all right, let me engage. But nigga, if I leave her without me, and her mama just gotta take care of her, mama, grandparents, everybody else gotta pick up my slack. I'm not there. The worst thing you could do, like the best display of loyalty. So if y'all, let me tell you how my daughter look. If y'all three grown ass men, over 200 pounds, all y'all grown and strong, y'all can fuck me up.
Nigga, don't guess my way.
Look, y'all can whoop on me. But if y'all surrounded her with threatening look, she think I'm a superhero. She think I can fuck y'all up.
as she should.
And she gonna always think that until life show her otherwise. She really think that's how she see me. She's not scared of nothing when I'm around. So a display of loyalty, if somebody was to do something, put her in the harm's way, I can come, go crazy. I can just come defend her in a bad way, and then now that takes me out of her life. That'll be a display of loyalty. Yeah, I did this for my daughter, but now I'm not in her life for however long. But a greater display of loyalty would be to keep my composure. I see a situation, and then it's just like, okay, baby, let's walk away from that. That ain't worth it. To show her what's worth it and what's not. That's the greater display of loyalty. So that's what fatherhood is to me. It kept me, my loyalty to her, like, just follow me. It's some people in this world, nigga, if they ever see her, they need to thank her. They need to kiss her feet. You hear me?
Mhm.
Like, she saved she saved a lot of us.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
So
Yeah. Let me ask you this. You talked about living a safe life, right? What's the safe life to someone that was a part of a militia, someone that does have a past, someone that has been in prison? What's the safe life?
um for me, the safe life is definitely well, there's a law against every human mistake
Mm-hmm.
in California, especially. So trying to make sure I minimize the exposure to those mistakes, right? So I understand that it would be easier for me to get convicted of an accusation, even whether it's true or not. Come on, mama. So trying to minimize the exposure to those mistakes, and then just I go to work. I went to work Sunday to Friday. I didn't get more than 4 hours of sleep at a time. I wasn't even at home like that this week. Today, Sunday. And then I picked her up after work Friday night, and I had her ever since. I'm not going obviously not gonna be somewhere where if I got her, she's not gonna be somewhere that's in the danger. So it's just like keep yourself busy. You know what I'm saying? Idle time is the devil's playground, as they say. So that's what it is.
I don't mean to interject with what you saying. When did you come home? What year was it?
September 8th, my grandfather's birthday, 2021.
From kind of a point, bro, I feel like, do you feel like you trying to catch up on a lot of shit, like, and put a lot of things in one, and you juggling a lot of things?
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up to the people that are ahead of me in the career and financial wise. So I'm playing catch up. You know, I probably had a little run where I played catch up with the women's side. Let me get some experiences in. I missed my 20s, you know, but that really don't mean nothing. So it wasn't that long, to be honest. Um, but definitely I feel like I'm playing catch up to the point that just kind of like where I'm at life stability wise. You know, a
Okay.
lot of people, you know, they play catch up in the streets or whatever, but that's not where I'm at with it.
I just feel like, cause me personally, bro, I feel like honestly, man, you don't gotta play catch up, bro. I feel like that shit just gonna come to you, man. I'm not saying that it's nothing portrayed, nothing like that, dog. And I'm talking, was this just a normal conversation?
Yeah.
I'm talking to you like a brother, bro. Like, you know, like that shit gonna come to you, and keep doing what you doing, cause you doing all the right things and you have all the right elements, bro. And all your eggs is in the right basket. I feel like you don't gotta necessarily feel like you gotta compare, or you gotta try to, you know what I'm saying, meet certain standards just
Mhm.
of you, bro, of your essence, your timing. And I feel like that's where a lot of people mess up at, and they go wrong, because, you know what I'm saying, everybody's journey ain't designed the same.
You think that's you think that's because it's mostly from people coming from the streets because it's all about status?
Yeah. Yep. I
You know what I'm
think
saying?
so.
And all this, you know what I mean? The
I
streets,
think
we
so.
think about status. Like even in, you know what I mean, gangsterism and hustling and everything, like if I'm a top rank, ain't that? You know what I mean? A regular nigga like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm
But
I'm
that's
just getting by. What the fuck is you talking about?
that's an
Like,
environmental thing,
yeah.
though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
And
the ego, right?
yeah, but it's not even like just it. Okay, them saying that environment will have us thinking that you being a regular nigga, but you really superseding all of that,
Yeah.
because you going to work and you coming home or whatever. That's the best kind of way to stack. You feel me?
And like you
And
said,
make
the
a
best
living.
and the best
You
way to
ain't
live
out
long
here
and stay
doing this
strong.
real
For
talk.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, our environment teaches us, oh, that's regular.
Because it ain't no movies about a nigga that just go to work and goes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There ain't no movie about that.
That's a
Right.
fact.
Right.
Everybody want to be a star.
Right.
And what's the fastest way to be a intermediate star?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Be a rapper, be a sports player.
In the
be a-
streets, be a rapper, you know what I mean? Drugs, sling that iron, you feel me? You know what I mean?
But you know, it don't take much to gain respect in those streets.
Come on,
But you
talk
know,
about it. It take
but some niggas is well earned, even though it's you know. But you gotta like this is the thing, and I had to. This is how I even look at some of my friendships. Like y'all respect me because of certain ways, certain things I was out there living. But had I never went full throttle in that from that side of things, would y'all still be considered you know look at me the way y'all look at me just based upon my personality and who I am? And then I know the truth. I know the reason why I'm so over here in this neighborhood is because of that. But I ain't finna be living like that. I ain't finna be taking those chances for the rest of my life, nigga. So
Right.
if we can't
you should have to. You
exactly
in your 30s.
right.
You feel me?
If we-
But you,
Right.
but and not only just
And you
about
gave
you
him
being
your
in your
time.
30s, yeah, you gave the hood your
Yeah.
time.
Right, but I'm saying you just said it. I gave it my. What if I never?
Just a
gave-
regular member.
right.
Just like
What
I'm
if I
just
was
here.
just-
I'm just from here.
You know what I'm saying? What if I was just a regular person that you just happen to come across? Would you still be my boy? Y'all really look at me like this because of, you know?
But
I don't know. They probably
Right.
would.
would you still have the same mind state?
Probably.
You would
mindset
probably know the
that you
real
do
them
have.
if you was a regular person and they boy. Cause I'm a regular nigga. I don't bang, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Me
And
either.
but I never joined a militia in
You
my
never
life.
thought about
Never.
indulging in?
Never. Of course
Yeah,
I
of
have.
course.
California.
Yeah, right.
I'm
That's
But
the
have
culture.
you feel me?
Right.
But I can honestly say I have met cats that, like you said, that top rank did all that, and he my homie watched.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right. You know another
Okay,
side of that person.
Real quick. Speaking of that, and I don't know who brought y'all last guest on here, but I'm gonna tell you this, nigga. Ain't no boxer in the history of America had to register their hands, especially every 30 days. Y'all can look it up right now, nigga. That's a myth. I know that's your boy, but I ain't saying.
Yeah.
But listen, go look it up right now, nigga. The reason why they even say my hand is registered, it was a boxer that was fighting back in the day. He was promoting a fight, and he had a police come to his house and say, "We gotta register your hands because they're dangerous weapons." That's not a real thing. Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, Ali, hands ain't never been registered. But anyway, let me ask you another question though, real quick.
Whoa.
Hey, I told you I'm coming like Cowboy.
Yeah, I feel we will.
Hands ain't never been registered. Go look it up. You can look it up on your phone right now. Look, the other question though, on a positive note, you asked me about the prison stuff. So I did 12, I had to serve 12 years when I was February 24th, 2014. I was 19. I was about to turn 20 that year.
Oh, get close to the mic.
February 24th, 2019. 2014.
You turned 20?
I was turning 20 that year. I was 19 at the time. I caught the case the year prior when I was 18. So they told me 12. That's when I got convicted. A month later, I got 12 years. So my release date was May 2nd, 2024. I'm 19. You tell me I can't get out to 10 days before my 30th birthday? So I give up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no tattoos or nothing. I was like, I'm finna get blasted. I gave up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you said
I never
all
done
busters
drugs.
and everything.
I never thought about doing drugs or nothing, but everything else that come with just like, I just gave up. So as I'm up in there, laws and everything started to change. And I got the opportunity to serve half of whatever time I had left. So my original release date would have been 10 years and 3 months that I had to serve. So eventually, 10 years is like 2.5 months. So eventually, some laws changed. I get some opportunities. I tried to knock time down. And I started to say, man, I don't care if I do 10 minutes, get 10 minutes knocked off. Nigga, I'm finna do whatever it takes to get this time off. So I started working the programs. And I did fire camp and all that stuff. So when I was in fire camp, 1 year, 2019, I was sitting back and I was like, man, it was around Christmas time. And I was working, doing the fire camp stuff. And I'm like, damn, what do you give a kid for Christmas these days? What do they want? I said, they don't want nothing but cell phone, the newest iPhone, the newest computers. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, you know what? What if they had what we used to have growing up? And then at that point, I had read so many books on business and just self-help and just a lot of stuff. All of it started to culminate in that moment. And I remember I said, I'm gonna tell this story in Forbes magazine or something one day. Cause I used to read Forbes every day, every month. And I said, I'm gonna tell this story. And it was, so I'm telling it now.
And you
It was,
go tell it on there too.
yeah. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna give him, I said, I'm gonna give him what we used to do. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. And when I had moved to Bellflower, it was this thing called Brinks. They used to come, set their little block down, and it was like a truck, and they had all the games and all this stuff. And I started to think about that. I'm like, man, what if the kids was doing that? And my step pops, he used to be on the bike, and we used to have to run around the block, working out stuff for football and everything. But I used to be like, you don't even know who the fastest kid on your block is these days. They all in the house. They on these phones.
Fact.
They best friend is somewhere on the East Coast. And they never even met him. Because that's a good thing about technology is you get to network, but then it's like where's the essence of community? So I'm like, you know what? What is it? What is it? I'm like, I'm gonna call it the D Stall experiment. Like it's because I said I wanted to brand D Stall. I felt like it was catchy. Like, it's gonna be a D Stall experiment. Then During about 2 weeks ago, I started writing on my business plan. It was this dude named Frank, a Compton dude, older dude. I kind of he used to always walk around real disciplined. He always had books with him and stuff. And when I first went down, I met him. I'm like, man, I want like I like his conduct, and I kind of like wanted to conduct myself modeled after the way he did. And this when I was freshman. But anyways, so I was with him again at the time, and then I talked to him like, hey, dog, I got this idea, and I was just like, it's gonna be. He like he always about money. He like, so you gonna sell shirts? You gonna sell this? I'm like, you know what? Nah, because I don't want to sell something that should be just natural.
Mm.
So this Asian dude, he was like, you know what a 501c3 is? And I'm like, what's that? And my daughter's mom, her brother got a nonprofit. So I asked her, like, you ever look up a 501c3? She like, oh yeah, that's what Mike got. That's a nonprofit. I'm like, tell me about it. She telling me about it. The Asian dude, Angel, he telling me about it. I'm like, you know what? It's gonna be a philanthropy. It's my passion project. We ain't selling nothing, man. We just giving this away. So Frank gave me he gave me a business plan to model my business plan after. So it was kind of, I started writing it down. Everything, the format. I'm like, damn. Wrote down my business plan. Then the name I wrote a bunch of names on the paper. Dee Stall this, Dee Stall that, and then it was like Dee Stall Experience because it's based upon the experiences of my childhood. And then I used to go to AA and NA classes. Not that I was ever addicted, but I used to do that to get more time off. Going up in there, I learned a part of their preamble is something that what they read before every meeting is something that they say is you can only keep what you have by giving it away. I would like to keep that enthusiasm and that sparkle in my eye that I had as a child, and I would like to give it away. So I'm gonna give that away through experiences. If I go and I sit there and talk, they're gonna be like, man, this nigga, it's like school. Like this nigga he's just talking. But if it's that action, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we visual learners.
Right. We visual learners. So now the nigga childhood, at the time it was like childhood obesity has spiked.
Everything going wrong. What they say?
Has
The nigga saying like 70%.
So simultaneous with the rise of cell phones, tablets, and computers was a rise in suicide. It was teenage suicide, childhood obesity, and it was something like drugs or something. It had been like the highest since the 80s, which is the crack
Violence and shit like that too.
all of that. So it was like, but all of this was simultaneous with the spike in cell phones, computers, and tablets. The sale of those. So I'm like, you know what? They need to be in person. We need to get these, forget getting on the internet on you. Remember them YouTube videos where people would post, I'm gonna kill myself, I'm gonna hurt because I'm going through this. They be had them signs up, like, I went through this.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, had they had the community that we had, I can be at Daddy house and my mom and them down the street. Like, I know you, so I can talk to you about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? If you're not there, your mama gonna get on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could talk to each other. I bet you don't even know. I don't know where none of y'all live at. I bet y'all don't know
That's a fact.
the neighbors on each side.
That's a
Name.
fact.
By name.
Nah.
We low-key beef with the neighborhood. So.
But did y'all know? Look though.
Shit.
Did y'all know them when y'all was younger? When y'all was
Yeah,
kids?
fuck yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I think that
You know the whole block. When
you knew the whole block.
younger.
You knew who the fastest kid. You knew
Niggas
I
came
just never let
outside.
my daughter
Yeah.
go outside unsupervised.
He fat.
I
He the
just know
fastest.
that.
You can't beat
Fast.
him in the
Yeah.
race.
Somebody new
Like,
move on the block, you
knew.
go race him.
He nice in
Yeah.
football. He nice basketball.
exactly, nigga.
Like you knew.
And nigga, in those in the apartments that I was in when I was a kid, nigga. I'm talking about even niggas that was fighting each other. Sam and Hindu fought each other. Big old fight, you know what I'm saying? It was started over the basketball
over
court.
with.
But it was friends. It was still love, but it was just it started over the basketball court. They knew I was good.
Competitive
They knew who
shit.
was fighting. I was and they used to do my braids when I was like, I'm talking about it was in full
It was
community.
competitive shit. That the reason you was fighting.
So
It wasn't over.
and then
no.
naturally,
Listen.
but like I was saying with the childhood obesity, naturally being so active, we just burning our calories and just, you know what I'm saying? We just out there.
Exactly.
So then I knew that I had a way to sell it, and that's how I was gonna sell it, by saying these things I'm saying to y'all. So now I get to working on. Then I started to watch. I ain't gonna lie, I started watching Steve Harvey, the way he dressed. I said, you know what? I'm finna.
Throw the suit on.
Throw the
yeah.
big suit
We just go
on.
throw the wig on too, the top wig.
I damn near need it now. Shit.
Yeah.
Nah, but I just was like, I'm about to model myself. I'm gonna be a real man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna talk how I talk. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna hear me say use the lingo from before. You know what I'm saying? So nowadays,
Did you let's stop you.
Do you think that will make the disconnect to the kids that's out here?
nope, because the action is speaking. When I go, listen, when I go to the neighborhood, y'all
Mhm.
can and y'all we're gonna show probably one of the videos. When I go to the neighborhood, they don't call me by the homies know the neighborhood name, but the kids, D Stall, I'm talking about they scream D
Yeah, you talk
Stall.
about the
If I
kids.
put
Yeah.
I cannot go 6 months. When I go over there, they like D Stall. Cause they expecting so they know I'm gonna bring some pieces, some drinks, or whatever.
Mhm.
But they know they remember that day. They remember what I did for them and forever. But I'm saying that to say that even though I don't talk like the homies, I don't dress like they the homies, they be like, come here, get your badass over here. Ooh. When it's me, when they doing something bad, man, get from right here. Go ahead. Stop that. Don't do that around me. I don't condone to that. So I'm saying that to say that what is different might be the disconnect, but that actually kind of make me unique in the recognition. At
Nah,
least
I can
in that.
Right.
contest to that,
Right.
but at the same time, did you like learn a lot of your intellect and things like that when you was incarcerated and just proper etiquette
Nah,
skills?
I would probably
What did you
say
learn?
that um I understood the confidence of being able to being able to express it. It was this one dude named Endo from Pasadena, right? I remember where he was like, he told me this. He said, "We all know that what we doing ain't right." He said, "But I probably was 24 at the time." He like, "But for you to have the confidence to say it and not care about it and not try to do it to be cool, you saying it, bro. I commend you." Nigga, I wish I was able to say I'm not a gang member. Even like you know, like niggas know they know, but I was in the pen saying like I ain't no gang member. I ain't a part of that. Like I ain't a part of that. Even though you know, of course, push come to shove, if I have to. But I was saying that like nigga, but he told me that he said, bro, you saying what we feel. So for him to say that now when I'm out, man, I got homies that call me on everything I love, nigga, crying. But this is kind of throw me off a little bit. I have a homie call me, and I'm talking about multiple. I can in my head I can say about 4 homies that didn't call me crying or just like venting, like bro, this ain't it. Like bro, I ain't feeling this. But then I see them in the neighborhood
Still indulging.
when they get around X, Y, and Z because that's what they comfortable doing around that person. They
Mhm.
listen, man. They know that they can call me, and I'm gonna be like, get that shit together. And to be honest, each one teach one. My step pops be on me,
Yeah.
so everything that he tell me, I'm just telling it to them.
Right. So,
Yeah.
for the people that's really like, you know what I mean, when we get like we was talking earlier, bro, about like how we make decisions to join different things when we were younger, right? As kids, right? So those people that grew up, like you getting older, but you're in prison though, but the people when you come home, what's that transition like of just not tr- disassociating yourself with that, but you've done so much as a kid that
And
probably still,
celebrating that
yeah,
shit.
that still follows you, the actions that you've taken part of, or the person that take. How does that work?
Boy, that's like a good question, man. Um, you said how am I navigating?
Yeah, for a person that wants to transition out, bro, but
But
they
not try to
done,
run away from their neighborhood though.
yeah,
You know what
but
I'm saying? Most
yeah,
people translation and be like, oh, I'm out here, baby.
yeah,
If
but
I
they,
go to the neighborhood, bro, we doing something for the kids. If you see me over here, you gonna know. Just like when niggas say, "Oh, when you trying to show the homies, you know how to squabble. When you trying to show the homies, you with whatever." It's like you trying to show the homies, you know how to get money. Like you trying to show them that, and then after so long, they gonna believe it. They know, nigga. When I come, it's some charitable going on.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Just like when I came, you introduced me as an author. So when I was up in the pen and I was in the halfway house, I started to say, how can I? What do I want to be seen as? What do I want to be recognized as? It started with the way I dress, the way I speak. So now put these titles on my name. So I wanted my mama to be looked at a certain way. You know what I'm saying? The odds is act against her kids. She got 5 kids, all boys. Um, the odds say that some of us is gonna die, some of us is gonna go to prison. Right? 2 of us really went to the pen, and I want her. I want to make her look a certain way. So one of my brothers, you can say he's a homeowner. One of my brothers is an author. You know what I'm saying? So now it's making her look better because that's what I'm representing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm in the neighborhood, if I go to the neighborhood right now, I could take all y'all over there right now. I'm representing my mama. I'm representing the people that raised me. I'm representing my daughter now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm representing. I don't represent that.
And not no stay away from him.
Right,
It's
right, right.
he
do
doing
you
good
ever
things.
like
Mm.
hear, or do you ever like let it get to you, like, because I know, like, you know, every neighborhood got them motherfuckers that might talk, oh, this nigga, he don't even come around no more. This nigga, he think he too big, or he think he better than us, or you know what I'm
He trying
saying?
to change the
Yeah,
program.
Do you ever hear that? And if you do it ever?
Real quick, I got a quick story about that. Look, I mean, this is a story from when I was in in fire camp. You know, still prison. I was in fire camp. This nigga from Connecticut, big. He probably was dead size, big old nigga, right? But he was cool as a motherfucker from Connecticut. His bunk was right next to mine, and one day he come in there. He come up in there, taking the shoes off. He like, man, I'm tired. I'm tired. You know, I'm tired. I was up in there cooking and cleaning, because he was working in the kitchen. And he like cleaning this, and he like, man, the bitch ass police, blah, blah, blah. I'm just sitting, I was reading the book. I was sitting there like, man. And he seen my face. He like, nigga, like, don't be, nigga, you think you better, nigga, just because you reading books? Like, nigga, I'm like, bro, I'm like, bro, you over here crying about, about that shit, nigga. Like, nigga, we been hiking all day. Like, we been working, like, whatever. Like, nigga. And he was like, nigga, you think because you sitting there reading, but I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to read, my nigga. And it got to the point where he just said, like, nigga, what you want to get down? And I didn't say nothing. I just put my shoes on, walked to the spot. And so the fight story goes. Now, mind you, I got hands right in my head. I got hands.
Hold on, time on.
Breaks up.
Before we start this fight, y'all fought because you was reading the book.
Well, look. No, he kind of felt like he was complaining. He felt like he justified complaints, and I'm like, nigga, we all could be complaining. And I was like, I ain't trying to hear that shit right now. I was reading the book at the time, but he was like, it probably was in his head already, so it just came out. And he was like, nigga, just because you reading and like, kind of like because you don't act how we act, don't think you better than us.
Yeah.
You know, and then to answer the original question, so that was a time, but then he said that, and then I remember, so anyways, real quick, it's a funny story, because I had just put a nigga to bed I had 2 fights at that camp. I had just served this one nigga. He was talking high power, and low-key, I was like, this nigga might could do something, because the way he was talking. Anyways, I had served him. So they had, everybody knew about it, so I'm the man for that week or whatever. Now, this big old nigga looked like Shaq. He was good at basketball, whatever. He was just big. I'm like, ain't no fat nigga finna beat me up. Nigga, I go back there.
Hold on.
Listen, I know. Look.
I'm the kickboxer.
But look. I know, I'm just talking. But look, I learned my lesson, because this nigga right here, boy, I got off on him. As soon as we get back, I turned around. Bang, bang, bang. That nigga must have looked at me like the big show. Like, that's all you got?
Ooh.
I'm like, okay. Now I'm square. I did 3 things. All I had was 3. And then I'm like, all right, I'm going to let him swing, and I'm going to counter. I get tired, I kind of get close. Nothing. So.
He must have been a grown man.
Nigga like a couple years, like 2 years older than me.
He probably got his man straight on.
Man, look. Once I said, this is the last thing I got. It's the last thing I got. I'm going to try to under, or I'm going to try to sidestep. And I did kind of like both, kind of under and side. And he hit me with the side of his hand. It was like,
Felt that shit.
And it was going that way. So it's not like it was going into me, but he's straight. So I was like, nigga, he hit me. I was like, I was like, so now he like, yeah, nigga, now he kind of like the aggressive.
He feeling himself now.
He like, yeah, nigga, I told you. Boy, I was like, I was backing up. I was like, now I'm trying not to get hit. I ain't even throwing. I'm just like.
You felt that power, though.
Well, I felt that power. Man, he would have broke my whole face, nigga. So he, somebody was right there, the older dudes, and I was like, what y'all say? The police coming? Yeah, bitch ass nigga, you lucky the police coming. Nigga, boy. So after it was over with, he like, nigga, I thought you had, he told me, like, I thought you had more hands. And then I'm like, shit, I thought I did too. I'm like, but nigga, you want it? I'm like, no, I need another one. He like, I'm saying this, but I'm hoping. He like, nah, don't trip. You good. You a real, he like, bro, you a real nigga, bro. It was just, I'm like, no, I need another one. I did not want to fight that nigga.
Yeah.
Everything I'm telling you,
You
baby.
going over your bravado now? You
That's
just,
over
Right.
with. You the man now. And then he ended up actually breaking the nigga face, nose, like a month later.
Right.
It's crazy though.
So after reading your book, bro, because I know your book is really like descriptive, man. Like
Yeah.
I think that's what kept me engaged. Like a lot of times I read, I wouldn't be as engaged, but it was very descriptive, bro. But I heard you say like no trauma is too much to like overcome, right? And I know jail is constant trauma, right? Tell us what that means to you. Like no trauma is too tough to overcome.
Real quick about the book, and about the trauma. So I started. I didn't even realize that I was going through a traumatic experience. Really, I'm telling you, them AA and them NA classes, alcohol and narcotics anonymous classes, they helped me so much to understand what trauma was because it was about overcoming addiction. But for me, I'm like, well, what am I overcoming? But I started to lead the meetings at sometimes, and I was like, man, what am I overcoming? And to be honest, I'm overcoming the trauma of missed opportunities. Because they used to fuck with me. I used to be like, man, I'm just so mad because I feel like I'm ready to be out there and I'm missing opportunities. I'm in my 20s, like I'm missing so many opportunities. And um the and then, damn man, I wasn't trying to get it.
I
Like,
got kicked out of AA class one
I
time.
got kicked out of AA class.
Yeah, because I wouldn't say that I was a
I-
alcoholic.
Yeah.
Like before you talk, they be
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah. My name
is
is
Daviante. I'm an alcoholic.
yeah.
Like, and I was nigga, I wouldn't do it because I was on the court order shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my name is such and such. I'm here. Oh, you have to identify yourself correctly.
I'm a recovering
I'm
alcohol.
like, and that's what they wanted me to say. I was like, I'm not a fucking alcoholic. I still drink.
I got
don't-
caught slipping.
Yeah.
I was just partying. Yeah.
No.
Okay. So the trauma. When I say no trauma is too much to overcome, like, look, the person that came with me, right? Meaning, do you mind if I tell them about what happened?
Man, you better
Yeah,
go
did he
on and
care?
tell us,
I
man.
want her
and
to.
quit
I want
playing.
her approval though. Mina, you hear me?
Okay,
Do you
big
mind if I
sis.
tell them about what the situation? So look,
Big sis, shout out to Big Sis.
Mina, my big
man.
sister. You know, I didn't even know, but at the time, when I was a teenager, she was diagnosed with cancer, right? Breast cancer,
Mm.
right? She got my niece, my oldest niece. So, I was just like thinking about her situation. That's traumatic, but she had to fight through it. She be fighting through it all the way up until now, you know. So I think about the examples of trauma that I recognize, and then I'm like, I can relate to that based upon just going to prison as a teenager. Getting the thought of having to do 12 years or 10 plus years as a 19-year-old
It's
nigga.
mind-boggling. The shit right
Man,
now.
what? You thinking of some nigga parties, so much shit going
10
on,
months.
so much.
I'm thinking about all the
Come on,
shit
man.
I could be doing, I won't
Then,
be doing.
then all you think about it, then all you see is, and I'm gonna make this very clear, because you see a lot of like movies and stuff, and I'm gonna make it very clear. It ain't no gay stuff going on like that in prison.
Yeah.
Cause I was thinking like,
That's the first thing that would have been thought.
I was thinking like,
19-year-old.
Are
I was
they
thinking
in,
like,
they in
nigga,
a whole different.
at least not in California prison system. I don't know about
How that work in California prison system with the ones that are.
When I went to reception, I went to Wasco, B Yard. So that had 6 buildings. 1, 2, 3, I was on this side of the fence, and 4, 5, 6. I was in 4, 5, 6. We had our own yard, our own meal program and everything. But on that side was the people from the
pedophiles and gay people and all
Funny
that.
yeah.
guys.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't support that at all, but I don't want to go in that.
Yeah,
But look,
yeah.
but look, so anyways, they was over that side. So it's separated and stuff.
Mhm.
Now, and at the prisons that I was at, I've always been separated. We've always been separated.
Y'all won't be with it because y'all deal with the regular inmates will get them, try to get them, like stab them up and shit.
Yeah, get up out of it. And if one of them not want to, well, at some, see, like I done heard at certain prisons, like, I'm putting it like this. If you from Paru and take care of your own, a Paru nigga come up in there and he's a snitch, take care of him, get him out of here. He up in there and he raping people, he doing that type of stuff, he preying on people, get him out of here. It's like individually remove them. But I've heard, but
Have you ever ran into like some what you call that? Some pretenders, motherfuckers that like act like they from certain where or they pretend to be a certain way, and then when they get in there, it's exposed a nigga gotta roll him up or what? How does that
I
work?
wouldn't say nah. I mean, to keep it 100, yeah, definitely you do that. It's some hoods that just it's one hood in my mind that's in particular, like over there in Pasadena. They are so big, bro. That's the most powerful, like in prison for sure. That's the most. The bounty hunters and the PDLs is so deep, right? So you gonna see a lot of them niggas, or even like the grapes. You know how everybody know you can tell the nigga from grapes. You can tell how he talk. You know what I'm saying? On bees,
Yeah, told you. Yeah.
everybody can imitate that. I can pretend
yeah.
to be like that. So a lot of them niggas, the real ones from over there, they be like, man, that nigga not like, but they don't it ain't necessarily get him out of here because he claiming it. Just let him run, whatever. Because nigga, that's more of a number for us. If he ain't done nothing foul, you know what I'm saying? Let that nigga claim it. Some dudes get put on up in prison and jail. I've heard of that. You know? But
Now let me ask you this. This is my next question. I was gonna ask you. How you feel about being validated?
Mm.
Just in the prison and outside.
Close to the
You
mic.
feel me? In prison and outside. You know what I'm saying? Is validation important? Is that something that you have seeked and still seek to this day as far as what you doing? Um, I think us all, I think we seek validation from somewhere.
Yeah, of course.
Whether it's our kids, woman, mother, father,
Right.
parents,
It's a human thing.
whatever. You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
I
But
concur.
what validation is important if you do seek any validation? What is the most important validation that you do seek
As of today,
right now
it's just kind of
and past?
recognition. It's whatever you engage in. I remember I want to get the award for MVP. You know what I'm saying? When I was on that team, I'm living this life. I'm putting nigga, I know I done done the most for this team. I'm the most valuable player.
But don't that fuck it up because so many niggas want to be the MVP, right?
You
In
know.
your own circle, so
Oh,
many niggas
I was
want to
actually
be
talking about
that.
literal in sports, but
Okay, I'm my bad. I'm jumping.
but so that was an example, like and then in the streets, um, in the streets and that street culture, I should say, streets and prison, um, you just kind of like I guess it depends on where you at in your life and the age, most of your age, but that'll dictate where you at in life. Um, me personally, when I first, when I first got tied into it, definitely wanted to live validation. Then I remember we moved away, and I came back. Now I gotta show these other niggas that came when I was gone because they think that they was here before me. Then I was like, so definitely you just kind of want to because it's what's cool. What the girls like, you know what I'm saying? That's how you get the most females. Um, they looking for the nigga that's this or that or whatever. That's looked at as this, that's respected as this. Um,
Right. I think as teens, like teenagers, us being teenagers, right during that time, we really seek validation from our peers.
yeah,
Right. We want to be vet. That's where.
those
So that's
rebellious.
during that time where you see like peer pressure and all that because you still want to be validated. You're trying to find your place, like in life, and when you're outside the home, right? You're trying to find your niche where I fit in at. So with that, you want to be validated, but as you get older, you got to put it in perspective, like who you seek validation from. Like that shit don't. My peers, me seeking validation from my peers don't
ain't
really.
worth shit.
Right. Don't mean nothing to me right
Real
now,
shit.
right?
Okay, so look,
So
Fuck you.
But how do you
yeah,
instill that? Because do you have a team?
A teen?
Yeah,
Preteen, 12.
12. Okay. Still to you too. How do y'all instill that though in y'all kids? Because you like you said, in your teen years, you seeking the validation from your peers.
mhm,
But as you get older, you don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't seek that no more, right?
yeah.
Is that something y'all look at like you just gotta go through it and seek that
I feel like, but
validation?
I'm like,
Or do you
I
teach
just tell them
them
that
like
shit don't. In the long run, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter what you where you feel like you where your people feel like what people feel about you, like their opinion and you seeking their validation. At the end of the day, it's just you, bro. It don't none of that shit really matter. You know,
Yeah,
but I just
will.
said I tell him the end picture, but he probably don't see it right now because he's a teen, right? He's 15,
Right,
so
right.
he don't see that.
Speaking
But
of teens, real quick, and we was talking about the gangs and stuff. You know that to be honest, that stuff right there, the gangs is for teens. Right now, if you go to the doctor and there was a decision you had to make about your health, and that's gonna dictate your life, would you let a teenager make that decision for you?
no,
You're not gonna trust a mind that hasn't been fully developed. So why would you live a life today based upon a decision that you made as a teenager? Why would you
Can a
let?
teen be a doctor?
Nah,
no.
you gotta have one of them.
Like you said, you gotta have credentials. But that's the same thing as why you will listen to a nigga with no credentials.
Exactly.
but,
Right.
but
That was a dumb question.
Wait, hey, let him make his point. I think he's making a good point there.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. So there's no decision that you're not gonna let a child make adult decisions. Even yourself as a child, why would you let yourself, your teenage self, make a decision that's gonna dictate how you live for the rest of your life?
Exactly.
Right.
And then somebody told me this in the halfway house, but I did not understand it. But now I feel like I do.
You
He said
understand
he
that
said
shit,
that I would rather be a bitch ass nigga to the streets than to my baby. He said to his daughter. So now the way I feel is, I'm not gonna let the decision that I made as a teenager dictate the type of father that I am, because that decision can make me absent from her life.
Yeah.
So
Last year was a crazy year. I tore my Achilles. I had other situations where I could have gotten in trouble with, but I'm telling you,
What was the other situations you couldn't get in trouble with?
it's not something I want to make
You
too
had
clear, but, basically,
You had an
definitely,
experience, right?
I definitely I was in combat, so I can be tied to, I can be saying like, you know what, I gotta show these niggas I'm doing this. But look, had I not been hanging with who I was hanging with, it would have never happened. And the only reason I was hanging with the people I was hanging with is because these is my friends from those teenage years.
So what happened?
Had I never been with, all this stems from the teenage stuff, from my teenage years.
Your teenage
Never been hanging with the people from when I was hanging when I was a teenager. I would have never been there. They wasn't licked. You know what I'm saying? The situation wasn't targeted at me. It was targeted at the group that I was aligned with as a teenager. Okay,
them,
it's
yo-
not personal though. Okay, so I had to take the mentality of, nigga, whatever happened, that's not personal.
Okay.
Those people are still in that. I remember, look, real quick. I remember when I was in the pen, I used to ask myself, this is some real stuff. I used to ask myself, what do you do if somebody robs you? I went to prison for robbery. How do you respond to that? I'm gonna go find these niggas. I'm gonna go knock these niggas down. What do you do if you get shot at or you get shot? If you're gonna be in a community, if you're gonna serve this community, you have to understand the community that you serve, and you have to understand that some people they not doing this.
And remember
Because
the bad you
that-
did in the
right.
community.
Yeah.
They doing this because they think what they doing is right or it's necessary. The nigga that's robbing me, he really might feel like he just need to get by through the rest of his week, month, or whatever, because he feel like robbing me is gonna get him ahead.
You ever been robbed before?
Nah, I hope I don't. But
Not a good
to be
feeling.
Not a
honest,
good feeling.
to be honest,
You been robbed before?
Hell yeah, I've been
Yeah.
robbed before, nigga.
Yeah.
I was,
And like-
nigga, I was, man, I was hurt because I thought it could never happen to me.
and what you just said was
I was robbed out of
I
town.
didn't
OT.
get
you just said it's not a good
did
feeling.
some shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you don't think that shit could happen to you, but when it happened to you,
Right. It's
man,
but
I was robbed out of town. Nigga took my ID and everything where I couldn't fly. I was supposed to go home. Them niggas robbed us, took all our money, all our clothes, my ID, and everything. I had to catch a Greyhound, and I made it just in time for my baby shower.
Damn.
mm,
Damn.
And I was out of town, and I had to move like I ain't crazy amount of shit. I had
yeah.
Yeah, you was up. You
I was about
was
to come back.
Yeah.
you about to be doing the armor.
up.
So you was like blind rob type shit, or niggas.
The nigga, all right, so we was out there. The nigga, they came knocking on the door, like, but we don't even. ain't nobody coming to the door, right? But a nigga trying to act like he was a cop. So niggas still, we just stayed quiet. We left. When we left, we like, when we left, we about to meet up with the person's house we was at to give them their stuff. So when we pulled over, you know, we young, we not knowing, just like, fuck them, let's go straight to the airport. The whole time, the motherfucker we was staying with set us up. The bitch set us up, you feel me? So when we stopped to meet them at the little spot to give them their shit, the niggas met us, whipped out, took the whole box, everything, kicked the homie in his ear, all that shit.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Everything. Like then, like 3 days before Milani was supposed to her baby shower.
But you made it.
I made it. Yeah, hell yeah, man. They took my baby shoes and all that. Took my baby
yeah.
shoes. I came back with $150.
Damn, that's crazy. But definitely, I remember thinking to myself, like, I got 12 years for robbery, bro. I should have just shot the nigga. But that's stupid because, like you said, it's not a good. Like that dude worked for that. You know what I'm saying? Like like that mentality I had was dumb. So, but I would say, like, man, what do you do if somebody robs you? What do you
And
do if
that
somebody
mentality will have somebody kill your motherfucking ass
Yeah.
too.
They not doing it.
It's different when you work for some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't just come up off of it. Nigga, I worked hard, grinded for that bitch. And you to take this shit, a nigga gonna feel it a whole nother different way, bro.
Right.
Yeah, that's
That's how I felt, dog.
well. That's the thing, though. Like you said, I work, but now I work hard for it.
Yeah.
So
No.
now I work hard for it, but I can't even come with that approach because I feel like I understand. You know, I sympathize, I empathize with them.
Survival remorse.
Right, for real. So it's kind of like it was a video that went viral. It was a young dude. He had a gun in somebody's backyard, and then a grown man he had a shotgun.
That made me cry.
Oh yeah.
Remember
That
that?
made me cry, bro.
Yeah.
I know too many niggas that was like, I would have killed him.
Yeah.
So many niggas was so hyped to kill a little boy.
And
that
he
video
was-
touched me so much
He said
because
I can help you. So that's where I'm at with it. You know, I'm
that
like,
video touched me.
I
I know
like,
too many
that
niggas
was-
that was like, I would have knocked the nigga down. When the kid wouldn't even got nothing out of his mouth.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that just showed where they at.
But
But he understand that little dude.
That took a lot of fucking understanding.
That's what he said. He
Perspective.
understands.
Can you pull that?
Perspective.
If you can, Solomon, can you pull that shit up? Like if you look at it, bro, it took a lot of just understanding, and I felt like it was a connection, bro.
Yeah. It's
Like,
a
nigga,
perspective.
like,
he
you
had
know what
a
I'm
different
saying?
perspective. And he
Like,
understood,
you ain't
like you
gotta
said,
do this.
He's not
you
trying
know?
to. He's not trying to harm us. He's just trying to get by.
trying to
You know what I'm
survive.
saying? As long as you
Yeah.
understand.
Real shit.
As long as you can empathize with that part. So that's where that's the maturity that I had to make though. You know what I'm saying? While I was up in there, so to bring it all back. But that's you asked me about the trauma and the teenage stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that taught me. So I feel like I'm overcoming that trauma still, because a lot of stuff I'll be just like this.
What helps you overcome the trauma though? Is it
Discipline.
can it be discipline?
Especially.
Definitely that program. Like I'm gonna keep it 100. Niggas on jail program, niggas on prison program is at a different level and a different speed mentally and
Yeah.
everything than dudes out here. But they lose that
Like, come
program.
on here because they don't got
You niggas waking up at like 3 a.m. type shit.
they don't got no distractions.
No distractions, right? It's easier. But as you get out here,
facts.
it's easier and easier to just slowly slip off.
You can,
Right,
you
right.
You can go to jail and be the man, bro. It's hard as fuck being a man out here, man. We just
Definitely.
discussed that, man. We just
Definitely.
met plenty of
Nah,
niggas
that's
that
a
be like,
fact.
I'll go do 3 right now instead of being out here. Nigga.
Nah, yeah,
This shit
yeah.
tough, nigga. Fuck what a nigga saying.
Yeah, real
That shit
tough.
hard as a bitch, nigga. Rent
Real
$250.
Come on.
Nigga, fuck a nigga. Nigga.
Man, come on.
$300 a week on groceries, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. I'm the nigga.
And they just survive
What
out
a jail
here.
nigga say?
Exactly. So,
That's real.
but look,
Fuck niggas talking about.
if we was able to have that level of discipline out here, well, we'll be out of this world.
Facts, though.
And we'll really be what the Black Panthers Party tried to be, what the Crips originally.
If we can
Right.
take just the mental of the little how the Hispanics is even doing right now,
yeah,
we'll
building.
be just
You know what,
5% of it. We'll be crazy.
But we tear each other down so much. Though.
Oh yeah.
But you
That's
gotta
what
think
I'm
about it
thinking
like
about.
this, man. Anytime you gotta think about it like this. Anytime we get to building something strong,
No, I don't mean to cut you off, bro.
I got something to say about that too.
But think about it, man. Think about even this man versus women war. Niggas, you look at it, niggas hate women. Women hate men. How it's just depicted. Everything, bro, in our community. All type of shit. We ridiculing everybody, bro, if they make a mistake.
Our
My
own.
nigga.
You wanna know
If they
somebody
make
told
a
me?
mistake.
You know why somebody told me about that? He said, "Nigga, you always hard on greatness."
All the time.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
don't see
yeah.
other people as that. We black, we great. You feel me?
But we tearing each other down.
Exactly,
And
because
we-
we
I
don't
feel
know
like
no
we-
better.
like-
we don't know no better.
Theoretically, like we blind to each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
Like we blind. Like I see myself in you, but at the same time, it's like I'd rather tear you down because you might get up a little bit.
But
more.
they had years of working on us though.
Yeah, for sure.
But even if you just even if you do something or whatever, they gonna talk about it. They gonna tear you the fuck
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Especially if
That's
you got a
us.
big name. Because
sure.
that's gonna make them bigger, they feel like, or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm. It's
Well-
cats making millions about talking about that.
You gotta, you gotta. I remember Tom Brady was like, even though Peyton Manning and them was my comrades on, we both all played the same position, the same sport. Like I had to find a villain, you had to find the enemy. For me, and for me, I found a villain. When you asked me about how do I, when I said discipline, but really, I found a villain, and that villain is recidivism. Recidivism is, the
Going back.
return rate to go back to prison. Originally, my level they level you, they grade you 1 through 5. My grade was a 5, which is the highest, high risk. And
return?
by the time I got out, my risk level was a 1. But recidivism is my enemy, and right now the recidivism rate hates me, and I want to keep it that way. Not one scare of going back, and I want to keep.
What is
that's what's-
recidivism?
Recidivism is just the return rate from prison. People that like in the county jail, I think it's a 98. I think it's
Chance
fine,
you'll go back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
And then we got a
98.
bunk. Your bunk still gonna be here when you
Right.
get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
98% in prison is like 80 something, 89 or something. But basically, I want to make sure that
You don't never return back.
I definitely want to make sure that. I
That's
wanted
why-
to definitely make sure.
That's why they making these laws so light before you could just come back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because
Yeah.
feel these private prisons that we gotta fund.
Definitely. And I know some people, and as far as recidivism, it scares some people. Okay, so look, this ain't no story, but it's just a quick hot take I want to say. It scares some people, and I don't want to go back. And I want to make sure I stay clear from situations that could get me to go back. But real quick, when I was a quick story, because I want to say something about this one guy that was scared to go back. So he be on Vlad. Y'all be watching Vlad interviews and stuff.
Who is the
Sometimes,
nigga?
sometimes.
Who
I'm
is?
about to say it. There's this Vlad interviews. This is dude. He called himself Mob James McDonald.
Oh yeah.
This
okay,
man is the
okay,
biggest
yeah.
informant in the east side of Compton history. He snitched on everybody. He snitched on FG, Dollar Bill, Lip, and Drew. And I was in the house, and she was in the house. We had just moved from Compton to Bell. We just had moved. And all I remember is I was asleep. And I just heard, DeAndre. I'm thinking I'm dreaming. Like, DeAndre. And then I wake up and like, DeAndre. I open the door. I just with lights in my face. FBI in the house. What is this? They like, are you DeAndre? I'm like, yeah. When I walk out the house, I see my step-pops in the paddy wagon looking like, damn. So come to find out, long story short, it was exposed and revealed that this guy that called himself Mob James, and Vlad need to stop interviewing this dude. Anyways,
Platform, huh?
he is definitely, I wish Vlad could see this, but definitely, man, he definitely the biggest informant ever out the city. I don't care what nobody say.
So how you feel about like him that being attached to his name, Mob James?
I don't care. I mean,
Like-
look, I'm not a part of any organization, but definitely I would say that James McDonald is an informant. I wouldn't call him whatever his street name was, but personally, I know, I'm telling you, firsthand experience. You know what I'm saying? I had to visit my step-pops in Taft in the federal prison. I was there when they hit the house. I was there. They knocked on the door. They kicked the door in. It was me, my mom, my step-pops, my niece, Mina, and 3 of my brothers. I had to go to school that morning. We didn't go to school. My mama was crying. That's the reason why we moved from Bellflower back towards this side of the way. You know what I'm saying? We moved. That made a lot of instability in my life. So if you know you're not built for that, like I know, I'm not built for prison. That ain't for me. I'm not no tough nigga. I'm not going back. I'm not trying to put myself back in those situations. He knew that he wasn't no tough nigga.
He
knew that-
volunteered himself too. I was reading like he didn't even. do
Yeah.
nothing.
So the way he got my step pops was he had a jacket. He had a jacket the jacket. No, matter of fact, he gave one of the older homies. He gave him a jacket with wires in it. He had my step pops like this. He like, hey, I'm trying to sell this. However much I don't mess with drugs. So he was like, I'm trying to sell this. How much do you think I can get for this? My step pops told him like, oh, you can get $1,200 for that or whatever. Off top, 10 years. So that was it. So definitely to confirm it, that man is a snitch.
Conspiracy.
I'm telling you, I done told his nephews, his brother, I done said it to all that. They know though. They don't deny it. That man's a snitch though, James McDonald.
That's crazy.
So
Hey, look,
that's just to clarify that.
not to cut it off. Before we get up out of here, tell me one thing you want to be remembered as.
I definitely used to say, and still, if y'all don't remember nothing, I want them to remember this Dee Stall experience. And this is before I had the baby, so now definitely everything is kind of tied to her. But I want to say, to make it short and sweet, I want them to remember it, and I feel like I'm doing a great job at it. I feel like this unforgettable. Like I feel like when Dee Stall, when me and Nene come to your neighborhood, we gonna get those kids an unforgettable experience. You know what I'm saying? When I bring I have my mama and them, we got the food and all that. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we got the music, we got the
Got it
games.
popping, man.
Let us know next
Look at
time.
that. I got my boy Tony cutting hairs.
Man, come on, man.
Cutting hair. This is what we do. I got the games for the little kids. I got the older guy playing the DJ, licking mama and them, Samantha, Dee, everybody.
plate.
This is what we do.
Like a good plate too.
Oh yeah, that's my brother. This is what we do. This is a family thing,
Come on,
and we a
man.
part of your family. Dee Stall experience is gonna be the most.
Make sure you let us know too next
Please,
time. Yeah, we're
yeah.
gonna be
you
there.
could donate something.
Man.
Look at my boy Riley. I'm finna post this video today. I don't know where this kid is at in life, but look at this dude right here, man. He was so happy. He just won musical chairs. Look at my boy Riley.
Yeah, what's up,
Straight
man?
up,
That's
man.
what's up, man.
Shout out to you, bro. D Stall Experience. Follow my boy at D_Stall.
My baby
The
kind.
nonprofit organization is going up.
See, we gotta
Everything that
wrap it up.
he
We gotta wrap it
doing,
up with the
straight
baby
up,
call. You
man.
gotta go be his pops.
Look, yeah. Baby's in the background, man. But y'all follow the Down and Diligent podcast, the Dad podcast. We appreciate y'all. All the subscribers that have been tuning in. Subscribe again once you see this. Like, comment. We out.
I'm down and diligent.